Very good evening, viewers. You're watching 6 Stories at 6 and I am Rakhta Mishra here bringing you the latest, the top stories from India and across the globe. We start with the raging controversy over Ranveer Allahabadia's comments. What has the police done so far in the matter and how more trouble is brewing for beer biceps? Next, we get you the latest on the big expose on USAID. The lens is on the sellout journalists who have been funded by USAID and of course the politicians as well. Also, news coming in from the Congress-ruled Karnataka. Now, Rahul Gandhi and President of the party, Malikarjun Kharge, will not be attending the Karnataka Business Summit. Call it a case of shifting priorities. Big news coming in from Manipur as well. And as per sources, the president's rule could be imposed in the state. And finally, Prime Minister Modi's meeting with French President Emmanuel Macron and the US Vice President J.D. Vance. We are going to tell you what the leaders said in the AI summit. Now we start with the latest coming in from Mumbai, viewers. The half-hearted apology has no takers and there are problems galore for YouTuber Ranveer Allabadia. Outrage of over his comments are only spreading like wildfire, leading to police investigation, government intervention and massive public backlash. Here's the full report. You need to know the latest in.
Amid nationwide outrage, the Union Information and Broadcasting Ministry wrote to streaming giant YouTube demanding strict action against podcaster Ranveer Allahabadia's controversial content. Following the ministry's intervention, YouTube has been forced to act. It removed the perverse episode of India's Got Latent after Republic TV flagged the video was still online. Meanwhile, the Mumbai police also stepped in, knocking at Allahabadia's door while also serving summons on fellow YouTuber Samay Raina. As public anger continued to mount, multiple complaints were filed against Allahabadia with demands for legal action mounting over his perverse and distasteful remarks. Music sensation B. Prak also joined the chorus of criticism, lashing out at Allahabadia for the controversial episode and calling his statements unacceptable.
Stand-up comedy है ही नहीं है. लोगों को गालियां देना, लोगों को गालियां सिखाना, ये कौन सी जनरेशन, मेरे को समझ ही नहीं आ रहा कि ये जनरेशन है कौन सी. और रणवीर अलाहाबादिया, आप सनातन धर्म को प्रमोट करते हो, स्पिरिचुअलिटी की बात करते हो, इतने बड़े बड़े लोग आपके पॉडकास्ट पे आते हैं, इतने बड़े बड़े संत आते हैं आपके पॉडकास्ट पे, और आपकी इतनी घटिया सोच है.
Meanwhile, former NCPCR chief and NHRC member Priyank Kanungo called for stringent action, demanding accountability for the disturbing content that sparked this nationwide outrage.
भाई, लोगों ने ही तो सोशल मीडिया के माध्यम से ये फिल्थ, ये गंदगी जो है सामने लेके आए हैं, जिस पर कार्रवाई हो पा रही है. तो लोगों को इसी ताकत के साथ इस बुराई से लड़ना होगा. ये हमारा देश है, हमारा कल्चर है, हमारा सिविलाइजेशन है, इसे हमको ही बचाना होगा. हम सबको मिलकर प्रयास करते हैं.
As investigation gains momentum, Republic also confronted YouTuber Ashish Chanchlani's advocate.
एक मिनट है, आपको कॉल करता हूँ, आपसे मैं कॉल पे जो भी चाहिए मैं देता हूँ. आप आशीष चंचलानी के लिए यहाँ आए हुए थे सर. कभी आएंगे आशीष चंचलानी?
I can't comment on this, sir. Later we will see what has to be done. अभी कुछ कमेंट नहीं कर सकते हैं.
पुलिस ने समन किया, उनको बुलाया है क्या कुछ?
सर, अभी समन उनको नहीं किया है, समन आएगा उनके पास. बट अभी ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. जो भी होगा मीडिया में आ जाएगा सर. थैंक यू.
लीगल प्रोसीजर्स के लिए आप यहाँ पर आए हुए थे सर? लीगल प्रोसीजर्स के लिए आए हुए थे?
नहीं सर, बस कंप्लेंट देखने के लिए आए हुए थे और कुछ नहीं है सर. मैं आपको जो भी रहेगा वो आ जाएगा सर मीडिया में. डोंट वरी सर. थैंक यू.
अभी तक आशीष पहुँचेंगे?
Sir, nobody knows that. Everything will be in the media, sir, pretty soon, sir. Can't comment much. As of now, matter is subjudized. कुछ बोल नहीं सकते हैं, sir.
As the backlash intensifies, the big question remains. Will Ranveer Allahabadia face legal consequences for his controversial remarks? With the government, police and public all weighing in, the heat is on.
Now, WikiLeaks uncovered a massive funding operation by the United States Agency for International Development, that is USAID. As per a detailed thread on social media platform X, WikiLeaks has revealed that the USAID funneled around $472.6 million into the Internews network, an international media NGO, viewers. And we are going to tell you how this entire ecosystem has been working. We first tell you how the journalists have been paid. These are sellout journalists in our own country, viewers. And $472.6 million have been funneled. That is the funding for the Internews network, which has its presence across several locations in the world, viewers. Also, media outlets working indirectly for US funding, 4,291. That's a huge number. And you can understand the way this USAID has infiltrated across the media outlets in the country and abroad. 4,799 hours of broadcast by the USAID-funded media. These are sellout journalists, viewers, in India. And they are now under lens. In fact, viewers, there are many people who have been involved. 778 million people have access to USAID-funded media. You can see the kind of reach it has. 9,000 journalists, viewers, 9,000 journalists have been trained by the US-funded Internews. That of course, involves many of the journalists who are the sellout journalists, viewers. In fact, Nishikant Dubey of the BJP today has dropped a bombshell. He himself has claimed that USAID has funded politicians and journalists to balkanize India, to destabilize India. And he has even vowed to expose them. Listen into this conversation Republic TV had with Nishikant Dubey.
देखिए, अमेरिका में एक बड़ा मुद्दा हो गया है। विकीलीक्स, माइक वैज, ये सब ने जो है जिस तरह से ट्वीट किया है, एक बड़ी अलार्मिंग सिचुएशन है कि यहाँ के जो पत्रकार हैं, जो सो कॉल्ड बड़े पत्रकार हैं और जो अपने आप को सोचते हैं कि वो बड़ा न्यूट्रल पत्रकारिता करते हैं, उनके ऊपर एक बड़ा क्वेश्चन मार्क है। जो सिविल सोसाइटी के लोग हैं, उनके ऊपर बड़ा क्वेश्चन मार्क है। जो एनजीओ हैं, उनके ऊपर बड़ा क्वेश्चन मार्क है। और हो सकता है कि मुझे जिस दिन स्पीकर साहब इजाज़त दे देंगे, आज से लेकर 13 तारीख तक, मैं इन सारे मुद्दों का खुलासा करूंगा। और ये चीज़ें अपने आप में बहुत ही दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण हैं। और जो ईमानदारी से पत्रकारिता करते हैं, जो ईमानदार एनजीओज है, जो ईमानदार सिविल सोसाइटी है, उनके लिए जो एक रास्ता रोकने का यूएसएड के माध्यम से इस देश को टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग ने प्रयास किया, वो सभी का खुलासा होगा।
And now, shifting focus down south, Congress President Malikarjun Kharge and leader of opposition and Congress leader Rahul Gandhi seem to have shifted their priorities. Karnataka, the Congress-ruled state, does not make it to their list of priorities, at least what we understand right now, because Kharge and Rahul Gandhi will not be attending the Invest Karnataka Summit in Bengaluru that begins this Wednesday. Now, the AICC, that is Congress's General Secretary Communication in charge, Jairam Ramesh, said that both Kharge and Gandhi are too tied up in the parliament for a debate, for the debate on the budget, so that they will not be able to attend this business summit. That is the explanation that has been given by the Congress party. Now we are being joined by special guest GS Prashant, who is BJP spokesperson and is part of economic cell BJP Karnataka, joins us on the broadcast. Thank you so much, Mr. Prashant. Well, there are many questions being raised. There's a lot of disappointment and dissatisfaction amongst the Congress leaders that the two top leaders are not going to attend this very important Invest Karnataka Summit. And there's it's a huge lineup of union ministers and BJP leaders who are also coming in. Is there friction because of that?
See, definitely you cannot say there's a friction because of union ministers coming. Whenever any union ministers come and when any states get investment, it is India which is prospering. Therefore, union ministers will not have this partisan attitude saying because it's opposition ruled state, they should not come. They will be there. In fact, the Honorable Defense Minister will be inaugurating it on the February 12th, that is tomorrow, which means it indicates that BJP is not politicizing this investment meets because ultimately every investment which comes into India will result in the dream of Viksit Bharat 2047. But whereas for Congress President Malikarjun Kharge and Rahul Gandhi, the de facto president, probably it doesn't figure in the list of priorities because they feel when Rajnath Singh is inaugurating, they feel it is their birthright that if it's Karnataka and Congress is ruling, probably Rahul Gandhi wanted to inaugurate it. They are not able to digest the fact that a union minister, such a senior cabinet minister, is doing the inauguration. Maybe that's the reason. We don't know. They might have given a reason saying that they're involved in budget. And all of us know what Rahul Gandhi's knowledge levels about budget are and what his speeches in parliament are all about. So therefore, the parliament is not going to miss Rahul Gandhi if he is not going to speak on budget. Probably Karnataka Congress would have had probably been in a happier mood.
Right.
If they had seen Rahul Gandhi or Malikarjun Kharge. But the priorities for Malikarjun Kharge are, his home state does not figure in the list of priorities, and he is also falling prey to the dictatorship by the Gandhi family. If they have told him not to go, Malikarjun Kharge is not attending. That's all. What else explains this? BJP is not politicizing this, whereas Congress only wants to favor the first family, and therefore if the first family is not figuring in the list of dignitaries who are part of the inauguration, they ensure that their top leaders don't attend.
Right. We get your point, Mr. Prashant. Thanks so much for joining us for that story. And right now, we shift our focus quickly to Uttar Pradesh. The roads leading to the Maha Kumbh Mela in Prayagraj are witnessing unprecedented congestion. Millions of devotees continue to arrive for the holy dip at the Triveni Sangam. But despite the traffic jam, we see the influx continues, no signs of slowing down, and it's leading to severe travel delays. In fact, now the Maha Kumbh area has been declared as a no-vehicle zone as far as what we are learning. And vehicles in and around Prayagraj have been stuck for many days. 24 to 48 hours, vehicles have been stuck on the highways. The rush has only increased ahead of Maghi Purnima Snan tomorrow. Visuals of 300-kilometer long jam are going viral on social media. Faith does keep the pilgrims going, but questions are being raised on the arrangements by the opposition. And for that, we have a guest joining us on the broadcast. For more, Rakesh Tripathi, BJP spokesperson, is joining us. Mr. Tripathi, thank you so much for joining us on Republic TV. There are many questions being raised about the arrangement because we see that the pilgrims जो हैं जो तमाम श्रद्धालु जो हैं उनको बहुत दिक्कतें आ रही हैं. श्रद्धा भाव से वो जा तो रहे लेकिन फंस रहे हैं और बहुत दिक्कतें आ रही हैं. अखिलेश यादव जी ने भी कई सवाल उठाए हैं प्रशासन को लेकर. आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे इस पर?
देखिए, दुनिया में केवल ऐसे दो मुल्क हैं, भारत और चाइना, जिसकी आबादी इससे ज्यादा है जितनी आबादी इस समय प्रयागराज एक अस्थायी शहर जिसमें इतनी बड़ी आबादी, अब तक लगभग 45 करोड़ से ज्यादा श्रद्धालु वहां आस्था की डुबकी लगाने के लिए पहुंचे हैं. निश्चित तौर पर जब इतनी बड़ी संख्या में कहीं पर आबादी पहुंचती है तो कितने भी व्यवस्थाएं बनाई जाएं, कुछ ना कुछ कठिनाइयां जरूर आती हैं. लेकिन इसके बावजूद लोगों की आस्था का ज्वार है. लोग अपनी आस्था के आधार पर, अपनी भावना के आधार पर वहां बड़ी संख्या में आ रहे हैं और पुलिस प्रशासन लगातार व्यवस्थाओं को बनाए रखने में मशक्कत कर रहा है, जूझ रहा है और व्यवस्थाओं को बनाने का काम कर रहा है. शनिवार और रविवार छुट्टी के दिन जान करके थोड़ी व्यवस्थाएं जरूर निश्चित तौर पर पैनिक हुई थी, लेकिन बहुत मेहनत के साथ प्रशासन ने इसको संभालने का काम किया है. इस समय सभी मार्गों पर यातायात सुचारू रूप से चल रहा है. कल माघ पूर्णिमा है. माघ पूर्णिमा के अमृत स्नान के लिए पूरी व्यवस्थाएं विधिवत रूप से बनाई गई हैं. मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ जी ने स्वयं आसपास के सभी जितने जिले जो प्रयागराज से कनेक्ट करते हैं उन जिलाधिकारियों के साथ, वहां के प्रशासनिक अधिकारियों के साथ मीटिंग की है. कुछ महत्वपूर्ण अधिकारियों को और मेला क्षेत्र के लिए, कुंभ क्षेत्र के लिए भेजा गया है. आज इस समय जो स्थितियां हैं वो स्थितियां पूरी तरह से कंट्रोल में हैं. हाँ, ये बात सही है कि थोड़ी सी परेशानियां जरूर हुई हैं और जब भी हम आस्था के लिए पहुंचते हैं, चाहे वो अमरनाथ यात्रा के लिए जाते हो या जम्मू में वैष्णो देवी यात्रा के लिए जाते हो या बद्रीनाथ केदारनाथ के लिए जाते हो, तो कुछ ना कुछ कठिनाइयां जरूर सामना करनी पड़ती हैं जब इतनी बड़ी संख्या में लोग आते हैं. लेकिन विपक्ष के नेता जानबूझ करके, क्रिटिसाइज करके जिस तरह से पूरी भावना पर ठेस पहुंचाने का काम कर रहे हैं, लोगों को डराने का काम कर रहे हैं, निश्चित तौर पर यह बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है. सबको मिलकर के मदद करनी चाहिए. ये कोई सरकार का सरकारी आयोजन नहीं है, ये जनता का आयोजन है और जनता के आयोजन में सब भावनाओं के साथ सबको जुड़ना चाहिए, सबको वॉलंटरली मदद करनी चाहिए. भारतीय जनता पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष श्री जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी ने भी इस बात का आह्वान किया कि बीजेपी के कार्यकर्ता हर राज्य से इसमें मदद के लिए जुटे और आज मध्य प्रदेश में इसकी सीमा हो या उत्तर प्रदेश की सीमा, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता भी वहां आज राशन की व्यवस्था, भोजन की व्यवस्था, लोगों की मदद करने का काम कर रहे हैं.
Mr. Tripathi, thank you so much for joining us with your what you have to say on this story. Of course, the BJP hitting back at the Samajwadi Party on this story, but right now we have time left for the other stories. That is Manipur right now. Biren Singh, remember, resigned as the Chief Minister of Manipur on Sunday. Now his resignation, of course, came as the simmering ethnic violence in northeastern state, which showed no signs of abating, claiming hundreds of lives in the past 2 years. And there has been, of course, a lot of revolt within the party, within the alliance as well. Now, what we are learning through our sources is that the president's rule could be put in place. The key meetings that are underway in Imphal currently are telling us that there is the decision of President's rule to be imposed that will be taken. My colleague Aniruddha joins us live on the broadcast for more. Aniruddha, tell us more details. Has the BJP not been able to zero in on a Chief Minister? President's rule next, what could it bring in as far as the politics of the state is concerned?
Yes, Rakshita, what we are getting to know as of now is that the BJP is trying to buy more time, and in order to buy more time, instead of President rule, as a first step towards buying time, suspended animation will be imposed. The orders for the suspended animation of the assembly is expected anytime. By imposing suspended animation, the government, the BJP will get at least 60 days time to stake claim to form the government. Meanwhile, during the suspended animation, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh will remain as a caretaker Chief Minister, and once the BJP reaches a consensus on the Chief Minister phase, then they will stake claim to form the next government in the state. But for now, as the first measure, they are going for suspended animation, and if suspended animation fails and BJP fails to reach a consensus on the CM phase, then only President's rule will be the next move in the state of Manipur.
Thank you so much, Aniruddha, for the meantime joining us with those details. We'll keep coming back to you as the developments continue to happen in the northeastern state. Viewers, it's time for a very short break, but that's not all. On 6 Stories at 6, we'll get you what's happening in Paris, where the Prime Minister attended the AI Summit. Welcome back. Prime Minister Modi arrived in Paris to a typically heartwarming welcome by the Indian diaspora in Paris, and the visit marks the first leg of his two-nation tour to France and United States. And in Paris, he attended a dinner hosted by, in his honor by the French President Emmanuel Macron. He also met the US Vice President J.D. Vance, and he co-chaired the AI Action Summit, where he batted for the use of AI-enabled tools, also cautioning against deep fake, and also said that there should be more access to the global south. Listen in.
Today's discussions have brought one thing. There is unity in vision and unity in purpose across stakeholders. I welcome the decision to set up the AI Foundation at the Council for Sustainable AI. I congratulate France and my dear friend President Macron for these initiatives and assure our full support. We must also make the global partnership for AI